What's going on? It's Big Rome. I'm back today. Today, I'm gonna do some St. Louis ribs, and I'm gonna use a combination of a few things. So first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and use that brown sugar, sweet sugar here that we have here, brown sugar. I'm gonna go ahead and use that. Next thing is we're gonna use some Young Bucks. Actually, it's pork seasoning for your pork. Good stuff right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put a base, but before we do that, I'm gonna show you how to prepare the St. Louis rib so we can put it on the grill. All right, let's get started. All right, so as you can see the St. Louis ribs here, the one thing I wanna go ahead and have you notice is this little piece right here. I've seen people actually leave it there when it comes to grilling it, and I don't. I actually take this piece off and put it separate to, I put it on the side, and then from there, I'm gonna go ahead, instead of taking the membrane out of this, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna score it, and I'm gonna, cross it throughout this whole St. Louis rib. So it'll actually penetrate into the meat when we put the seasoning in, and then actually give that pull that we need. So let's go ahead and get that started real quick. It doesn't take long. All you gotta do is kind of lift it up and just take that out right there real quick. And that's it. It's pretty much done. It's pretty simple. Now, when we talk about scoring, what I do is I put one right across the actual rib. And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and cross it here, the opposite direction of the actual rib, just so it can go into the meat, the flavor, and also the heat can go inside. And like I said, that pull will definitely help when it comes to making sure that we got these ribs ready to go. On the other side, as you can see, there's a little bit of fat here. What I like to do is just kind of take off some of that little fat on top. It doesn't need all of it. Most of it usually is some membrane that's actually stuck into it. And the last thing you want is be pulling on a pork. You actually want to go ahead and taste the flavor and have a better pull than having that membrane make it all sticky and all that. So we don't want that. So as you can see, there's a little bit of fat here. Doesn't take long to take that off. All right, as you can see, the rib is here ready to go, and let's go ahead and let's get some seasoning on. All right, so the ribs are ready to go. Let's go ahead and put some of that brown sugar mustard here on top, and we're gonna put it on both sides. All right, and let's go ahead and rub that mustard in nice and thick. And some actually put Worcestershire sauce in it, some put mustard on it. It's your preference, whatever you feel. Some put some olive oil on the actual ribs, just so the actual seasoning sticks into the actual St. Louis rib. But it's a preference of yours. You can do it the way you want it, but this just kind of gives you an idea of why we're putting the base. I actually put the brown sugar mustard here for a reason. It's because it gives it a great bark because of the brown sugar. And then at the same time, when we add the actual seasoning, that's what's gonna make it even better. It's just gonna give it a better texture overall, and that's what I'm big about. I'm big about texture, and really when it comes to when we're eating that St. Louis rib, we want that great pull. So you gotta have some great texture seasoning, and you gotta have some mustard or some type of base to help this out. So let's go ahead and add the pork seasoning from Young Bucks. So let's go ahead and get that started here real quick. Doesn't take that long to get it nice and thick. It has a lot of great seasoning in here, and I'm gonna go ahead and make sure you take a look at exactly what I'm doing here live, just so you know that it doesn't take that long to get the St. Louis rib ready to go. Once you put all the seasoning in, what you want to go ahead and do is just kind of pat it down, just so it sticks a little bit better. But either way, that mustard is going to penetrate into this meat because I scored it here in the bottom of these St. Louis ribs. And then here on this other side, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing, add the Young Bucks, and make this happen. So let's go ahead and Get this other side going here. Check that out. It's looking good right here. The color, the seasoning. You can even see the brown sugar on the Young Buck seasoning, man. It looks beautiful already. Wish I can eat it now, but no, we got to cook it. It's pork. We got to make sure. Now, the preference for a lot of pork lovers out there, they say that pork is cooked at 145 degrees. But I'll be honest with you, pork ribs, pulled pork, anything like that, it can go up to 202 degrees. So it's all about the pull on the actual rib, and we'll be talking about that later on. But definitely, I wanted to go ahead and show you this first. And then from there, once we start putting it on the grill and all that, we'll start talking about the pull and what I'm looking for, and we'll make it happen. So as you can see, these ribs are looking great. Look at the color, the texture. I want to go ahead and give you a little close-up because I definitely want you to see exactly what I'm talking about. That brown sugar, that mustard, it just changes the game. And as you can see right there, I'm going to start adding some bucks down there in the middle where the bone is, but you can already see the texture on it is looking so beautiful already, and I just can't wait to get this started. So let's go ahead and finish this off, and we'll start putting it on the grill. All right, so we're going to get that Kettle grill open and ready. We got the pecan charcoal from Kingsford on, and we got it in indirect heat. As you can see, we're gonna put the coals there, and then we got the pan there, and we got a 2-layer double decker, baby. So we're gonna be able to put the 2 ribs on there today. Oh yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and put the ribs in the Weber Kettle grill. As you can see, I already have it in. I lit it up already, and I have it under indirect heat, and I got the double decker right here to go ahead and put both ribs so they can both fit. So check that out. And we're gonna make this happen, live action. Let's do this. Oh yeah, here you go, baby. It's looking good right there. Wow, let's do this. One. That's 2. We got a little small strip here from the San Luis ribs. We don't let any of the pork go to waste, that's for sure. All right, so we got it in indirect heat. As you can see, I have my actual charcoal on this side. I got a pan under there, and then we got the double decker right here. So this is gonna be awesome right here. Now, whenever you go ahead and close the lid, what you want to definitely do is you want to have the actual piece out here to be sticking out the opposite direction from the heat, because you want all of that heat coming into the actual St. Louis rib. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Now, what I did use inside, I did use some Kingsford pecan charcoal, and later on I'm going to add some cherry wood just to make sure that it gets another flavor other than the pecan, and it's gonna be awesome. So get ready. All right, so the next thing we're gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and add some cherry wood. Oh yeah. So let's go ahead and open this up real quick. And man, look at them ribs. Ooh, they're looking good. You see a little pull already on there? Man, that's just a beautiful thing right there. So as you can see, I got my trays right here. And the lucky thing here is you can actually open it up here, add a couple pieces of cherry wood right here real quick. And what that's going to do, it's going to give it some cherry flavor right there. So let's go ahead and close this up real quick. Well, got it. All right. So man, let's take a look real quick. Yeah, it's looking good right there. Oh man, that double decker. Let's go ahead and let it fire up, and then once it fires up with a little wood flavor there, then I'm gonna shut it down. Oh yeah. All right, So the thing you want to know is we got the cherry wood already in there, but the one thing when we know that the actual pork ribs are done is when it's about a 1/4 inch or less on the pull itself. That's what we want to look at when it comes to these ribs being ready. So let's go ahead and shut this down. About a 1/4 inch. Oh yeah. All right, now it's time to go ahead and pull those ribs out. So let's go ahead and take a look real quick and how they're looking. But man, I'm telling you something, they're looking good right there. Check them out. Oh yeah. Now what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go ahead and wrap them up. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab them, put them on that butcher paper, and we're gonna make it happen. All right. All right. So let me go ahead and get them ribs, and we're gonna go ahead and wrap them in this butcher paper. As you can see, that's what I'm using today. I'm adding some butter and some brown sugar, and we're gonna add some more flavor into these San Luis ribs. So let's make it happen. Now before I wrap them, take a look at these, baby. Look at that. You can see a little pull already in there, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it in that butcher paper, hold them flavors in there. So as you can see, I'm gonna go ahead and lay it down right here. Next thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna add some butter. Just like that. And we're gonna add some brown sugar. Oh yeah. Oh man, check that out. So let's go ahead and wrap these up. And once I go ahead and wrap it up, which I'm gonna do right now and show you, I'm gonna go ahead and use a side-by-side here, like this, and then we're gonna fold it over just like that. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and put it on the grill. All right, let's make that happen. All right, so I got them all wrapped up. Let's go ahead and close these down and let's get them flavors in. Oh yeah, I can't wait. This is gonna be so good. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and leave it there for another 45 minutes to an hour, and we'll take a look at the pull. Just remember one thing: whenever we cook a San Luis rib, you want to make sure there's about a 1/4 inch pull or less to make sure that they're ready. So that's definitely a big deal right there. So let's go ahead and wait. Oh yeah. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. Let's make it happen. Let's go ahead and open this up. And oh man, we got about a 1/4 inch already. Look at that. That's looking good right there. It's ready to pull. Let's go ahead and chop this up. Well, actually, I'm gonna let it rest a little bit and then chop it up. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and slice this up and see how it tastes, because that's the best part of it right now. So give me a second real quick. Let's make this happen real quick. Check it out. Oh man, check that out. Oh yeah, it's looking good right there. And you know what? Like I do all my videos, I like to go ahead and taste it and see how it is. Cheers. Young Bucks, you outdid yourself also. Good stuff right there. Man, I can't stop eating. Woo! That's the end of my video. All I gotta say now is Big Rome out.